I was just thinking about you. Imagine bananas, curd, ghee, refined flour, Mangalore buns. This is me, Varun Inamdar, and let's begin Mangalore Buns. These Mangalore buns, like I said, use some very basic ingredients like banana, sugar, ghee, curd, of course, cumin seeds to flavor, a little bit of baking soda, and that's all that comes together with refined flour, and you create like a dough. Now, this dough gets sheeted like puris and gets fried. It's not like a baked bun like you and I kind of understand like a fruit bun. It's of course a fruit bun, it's a banana bun, but it's deep fried. For this, I'm going to use a Mangalore banana, which has its own peculiar taste and flavor. Now, this of course is extremely large. I'm not going to use the entire banana. Just ensure that it's ripe. Even if it's overripe, it's absolutely fine. Cut it like so. I'm going to cut this into tiny pieces. Now, the whole idea of this recipe is to ensure that the banana, which is now overripe, gets squashed with your fingers. Do not use a pulverizer or a mixer or a blender or anything like that. No back of your spoon and ladle and all of that. With your fingers, you need to mash this into pulp to hasten that process and to ensure that there is some kind of friction, because this otherwise is extremely sticky. To bring in that friction while mashing, I'm going to add in sugar. Now, what you need to do is with your fingers, you need to press into the grain sugar and ensure that the banana gets well mashed. Once this is pasty, almost like a sweet puree, I'm going to add in ghee. In this case, cold ghee. All of this needs to be done with your fingers, because that's where you will also aerate this entire mixture. It's almost like an emulsion between sugar, banana puree, and ghee. Once this mixture is aerated, whipped, and almost becomes like pale yellow in color, I'm going to add in curd. Mix this well. Ensure that the curd also becomes lump-free. A few grits of banana here and there are absolutely fine, but the whole idea here is to ensure that the original mixture of banana is almost like a puree, and that's why you get this wonderful whipped mixture, which is now so light. To flavor this, I'm going to add in cumin seeds, which are untoasted. And now finally, the dry ingredients. The first one, of course, is refined flour, and along with this, baking soda. Now, of course, the aeration that we've created while whipping the original mixture is also going to be influential in this case, because that is also going to help the bun rise nicely while getting fried. If you follow this recipe with precision, you'll realize that you actually do not need any water or milk to knead this dough. Well, just in case you feel that the flour is too dry, maybe just a touch of yogurt or curd, which is already there in the recipe actually. But if you just add slightly a little more of that, it should just work well. Let's bring all of this together. You can transfer this on the bench and knead this into a soft, pliable dough. Just ensure that the worktop is clean. With this, a Mangalore bun dough is done and ready. It's nice, soft, and pliable. Now, there are a few signs that you need to kind of see or note while doing this. The first thing is that the tabletop becomes shiny. The whole surface starts shining, and that's because of the banana, the sugar, the ghee, and all those beautiful ingredients. The next sign is that the dough gets a nice, clean, even finish. It also starts getting a shine on the outside surface. Now, this means that the dough is done and ready. Let's transfer this in a bowl, and we need to cover this and rest this either overnight or a minimum of 5 hours. Let me get back. It's 5 hours. Let me get back to the Mangalore buns. The dough is beautiful, done and ready. Let's give it one quick knead, and then I'm going to pinch marble-sized balls. Press these and start rolling like thick puris. But before we move in to making or shaping the puris, it's also important to ensure that the oil is nice and hot. Remember what I said? It's a deep fried recipe. It's a deep fried bun. It's not like one of those fruit buns that you identify with. Let me make these little buttons and keep it ready till the oil heats up. Well, this, if you may ask, of course goes amazingly well with chai, but it also has an accompaniment. In fact, two accompaniments. One is an aloo ki sabzi and the other one is a white coconut chutney. So if again, slightly experimental, you have several options. With the help of a rolling pin, you're supposed to roll this into thick puris. Well, in case you need like a little grease to roll this, use oil. At no point are you going to use any flour. That way, the puris will not get that white film on the outside. While doing this, also you need to keep an eye on the oil, which is heating up. Let's start frying these buns. Well, initially, I've just dropped in one to ensure that the oil is hot enough and the bun is also getting fried well. Well, of course, the original size of the bun is large, but I've made them kind of friendlier in terms of its size. Let me pull this out of oil. And this is fried and ready. Well, similarly, let's start frying the rest of the buns. Mangalore buns, just the right amount of sweetness, that nice flavor of Mangalore bananas, touch of cumin, touch of ghee. Brilliant.